While we're waiting for Sean, I wanted to say, as we went through the morning, for those of you that are on Skype, we went ahead and posted on our website, on the conservation.ca.gov website, the material that we passed out to the attendees that are in Bakersfield. There are 4 documents that we posted just a little bit ago to our website. Again, that's at conservation.ca.gov. You will visit the jobs link and you will find 4 documents on the right hand side. One is the 2016 DOC hiring process flyer. The next is the bachelor degree recruitment flyer. The third one is the DOGGR minimum qualifications document, as well as the career opportunities overview. And so those have been posted to our website under the jobs section on the right hand side if you want to view those. I just pulled it up and it has been posted. We'll get her on the line. Okay. She is calling in from our Sacramento office. She could not be here today, but her name is Shauna Sexton, and she is the exam analyst that works for our headquarters office for the Department of Conservation, and she serves the entire department and including our division. And so we'll get her on the phone here so we can ask her some specialized questions. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention in Bakersfield, the positions we are looking to hire are engineering geologists, associate engineering geologists, as well as seniors. And seniors, they range from a supervisor to a specialist, and so we have those positions posting any day. In Bakersfield, we had a supervising oil and gas engineer recently post, and that was this morning. And so if you go to our website and you visit the CalHR site after this discussion, you will see that there is a new vacancy that posted this morning. By Tuesday morning, I anticipate having 3 additional vacancies following this recruitment. So we timed them such that following this, you could go home over the weekend, take the exams for which you qualify for, and then there are some recruitment opportunities there. If you feel like you qualify, you know, read the job bulletins and follow the directions that we're going to provide you today.
I'm Shauna Sexton. I work for the Department in Human Resources. I work with the examination unit. I believe I will be covering the slides for how to get a state job. Some of the benefits for working for the state of California, the DOGGR program, is first, a stable work environment. This is very important. This was rated high when we surveyed our employees. We have health insurance, dental, vision, retirement, pension, paid holidays, vacation, personal days, sick leave, all the great things that most employers do contribute. But what we want to highlight is the upward mobility, promotional opportunities, and the ability to move throughout the state of California in all of our locations. As Pat said, she started as a field technician and moved up through the branch. Now she is a district deputy. That is very common with the state of California, so we do want to highlight that. Some minimum qualifications. What does this mean and why is it important? You received in your handout or in your package today a 2-sided cardstock as minimum qualifications for the engineering geologist, the associate oil and gas engineer, the senior oil and gas engineer, and the supervising oil and gas engineer. We will refer to these as the minimum qualifications to be able to take the exam and to be able to be placed with the state in these positions. They refer to the minimum level of experience and or education needed to apply for specific exams. And all of these documents can be found on the CalHR website, www.calhr.ca.gov. These are legal documents. We must adhere to them. We only underline that because we cannot bypass these. And for quite a few of our positions, quite a few positions that we'll talk about today, a driver's license is required. So this shows the pay ranges for our engineering classifications. The bottom level is a little bit under $5,000 a month, and our supervising oil and gas engineer, which is the top level we'll talk about today, tops out at a little above $14,000 a month. So there's obviously a wide range to grow, to be able to live comfortably, and do really meaningful work classifications. Our supervising oil and gas engineers, they provide the senior management level over district areas and programs. They are charged with technical supervision as well as technical and administrative staff. They handle our most sensitive matters within the district and supporting the mission of the district. And they're members of our management team. These are our high level underneath some of our CEA and exec. Our senior oil and gas engineers, the specialists, they contribute, I'm sorry, I missed the supervisors. The supervisors manage the field staff, the associate engineers, and our clerical personnel. They handle more sensitive engineering tasks. They prepare and review and approve technical documents and directives. And they're also members of our management team. Oil and gas engineers of our specialists, parenthetical. They contribute in the geoscience, engineering, analysis and analytics, image processing, modeling, and simulations. These are our high-level subject matter experts that do not have supervision over staff, but they are high-level in our department. Associate oil and gas engineers, these are independent analysts of well notices to ensure compliance with laws and regulations. They conduct reviews of the notices and data provided by operators to ensure completeness and accuracy. They lead on the aquifer exemptions and the underground injection control project reviews, and they frequently interact with our operators.
I just want to add one thing here, Shauna. For those of you wondering what the difference is from your perspective, an engineering geologist, it's going to be your field engineers who go out and inspect the operations, which you're most familiar with. Our associate engineer is going to be the office engineer actually doing the permitting for which the notices and the projects come in.
So our engineering geologists are our field engineers. They conduct the inspections, they witness tests of equipment and operations, ensure permitting conditions are being met in the field, and there are technical. They also oversee office technical assignments. They contribute to technical evaluations for aquifer exemptions, underground injection control project reviews, geological analysis, permitting, and other projects. And these staff members are in the room, so once we break away for one-on-one conversations, feel free to walk up to them, talk to them, ask them what they do. I'm sure they're more than willing to let you know what it looks like actually inside the department.
That's a good point, Shauna. What I wanted to mention on this particular slide is about our support organization and where we're growing. So Bill mentioned earlier we have a lot of paper, and he said, Amanda, how much paper? And I said a lot. I will just give you a visual that just in well logs, we have in the Bakersfield district office 4,000 banker boxes sitting, waiting to be digitized so that we can analyze them. We have a lot of paper. That is one district office, and so we have an abundance of paper to do analytics on. And so we are growing our digital support organization. Currently, we do have an analog support group there, but we are growing our digital support unit so that we can start to digitize this paper and to support our office engineers to get the data out there to the public and be more timely in request and be able to take all the paper from the boxes and put them out there for consumption.
All right, just one more note. We do have in your packets the 4-year bachelor's degree. It's a 6-page, 3-page, 2-sided document. And it lists, if you don't meet the criteria for the 4 classifications we're talking about today, there are over 8,000 classifications in the state. So there's definitely room for everybody to be welcome in the state. We always look for people that are qualified, that are willing to work hard to do the job. All right, so how do you apply for a job? Okay, there are 6 steps. I'll refer to your hiring process flyer that is also in your packet. This is a take-home that goes over the steps, and it has some helpful links. So the steps are in accordance with the California State Civil Service process, and they are as follows. You have to create a CalCareer account. You locate and apply to take examinations. You'll take the examination, apply for vacant positions, and you'll participate in hiring interviews if selected, And once you are actually a member of the state, the final process is passing probation. Right, so the Health Career accounts are located on the jobs.ca.gov website. There are tutorials and step-by-step instructions. In order to take online exams, you have to have a Health Career account set up. This is where you fill in all your your employment history, any education you have. You give yourself a username, and we contact you via the internet with contact letters and other documents. So the second step is before you can be appointed to a position, you must take an examination to obtain list eligibility. You'll have to review the bulletin for minimum qualifications, application rules, and where examinations will be located. Most of our examinations and all four of the classifications we're talking about today are online exams, so you won't have to actually come in and take a paper and pencil exam. However, there are a few classifications that still have online paper pencil exams, so it's very important to read the full bulletin. A lot of bulletins will tell you the questions before you get started, so make sure you fully read it and understand it before you begin. Once you begin, your score is what it is. We can't reset it. Right? There are also videos on the jobs.ca.gov website that will help you navigate the process for job seekers. The third step, taking an examination. And this is an exception from the online examinations. They can be taken 24/7, and the results will be provided to you as soon as you finish the exam. For in-person examinations, you'll apply to take the exam with the department. All the rules will be stated in the bulletin. You'll have to send in your standard application form and any supplemental document. Applications will be reviewed by the examination unit, and letters will be sent out to candidates with the following information. If you're successful with the process, you'll receive a score or exam information such as location and time of your examination. If you are unsuccessful, meaning that you failed to meet the minimum qualifications, you'll receive a letter with an explanation of why you're receiving the letter and how to appeal or provide additional information. And again, this is only for the paper pencil exams. This is not for the online examination. So most of our examinations now are training and experience evaluations. This allows candidates to provide information about their previous experience, education, and training as it relates to specific jobs. The link in the bulletin will show you a preview. Almost all of them have previews of the exam questions. We recommend you pulling that information up, typing it into a Word document or a notepad so that you can have everything ready to go for the exam. It'll ask you how many years of experience you have, how many training hours you have, and any relevant educational units that you have towards any of the task statements. These are normally 8 to 15 questions. Make sure, we do want to underline to please include all relevant experience, whether paid or volunteer. This is important because we have had people fail exams and not be able to take it for 12 months because they did not include experience where they were not paid. Just make sure you read fully before you start these exams, so we cannot reset these exams for you. All right. So you passed the exam, you're on the list, you're ready to go. The next step is to find a position. And I believe we have, it's 4 positions currently available online for the areas that are down there today. I'm not positive on that, but I believe that's correct. So you'll need to pass an exam for each and every classification that you're interested in applying for. Meaning you can't use your score on a supervising oil and gas engineer to apply for a senior position. You have to take one exam per classification. So when putting together your application packets, make sure that you're aware that you need to fully fill out the application. We use these application-based hiring decisions. If you don't put your years of experience from this date to this date, your supervisor's name, what title you held, information like that, we can't be able to process your application fully. I was asked to mention a functional resume. There is a word limit on your application. They're very small boxes. That normally is for you to highlight specific skills as it relates to the job and the minimum qualifications. supervisors be able to review your resume, review your experience, and select the best fit candidate for the position. So for the hiring interview, the examination is a very general series of questions. Your hiring interview will be unique to the specific vacancy. And the qualifications can cover a wide variety. While they'll be doing similar tasks, an engineer in Bakersfield might be doing something slightly different than the engineer that's at headquarters. So it's really important to review duty statements, understand the qualifications that you're applying for, and really read the duty statement before you apply. The hiring process is designed to identify the person that fits the needs of a specific position. And we look at your resumes, we look at your cover letters, and your applications to be able to compile to one specific set of groups. We don't interview every single person. We interview the best fit that we feel for the job. When you're preparing for the hiring interview, we do recommend that you look at the mission, vision, values, and functions beforehand. And so candidates' names will remain active on these eligibility lists until they are either hired or they expire and they have to take the examination again, which is between 6 and 12 months. So our online examinations, you can update your profile for all the other information we're going to talk about. If something changes, your address, anything during the process, please update your information on either your profile or contact the exam unit to let us know, because all of the contacts normally go out via either email or physical mail. And if you can't get your letter, you're not going to know whether or not you have an exam or you have certain criteria to send in so that we can further the process. And it is your responsibility. If we can't get a hold of you, we will bypass you to go on to the next person. For scores for paper and pencil, it may take up to 6 weeks or more to receive them, so just know that the examination process is slow. The hiring process is slow as well. It's part of our procedures for going over to make sure that every applicant meets minimum qualifications. We ask the applicants maintain a copy of their final results for each test. It's your responsibility, if we ask for it, to be able to provide your exam results. And your candidate ID will be located on the exam results. That's what we normally refer to, and you'll be able to see your rank as it currently is on our jobs.ca.gov website under eligible list disclosure. And for any of the veterans in the room or people that are allowed to claim veteran status, veteran preference is granted for some examinations. You can file with CalHR and the web link that's above will have all that information. Minimum qualifications. Some of our job postings require you to send in transcripts or a copy of your degree, your driver's license ID number. It is your responsibility to provide proof that you meet the minimum qualifications if we ask for it. This is required by the state and under government code. We do want to remind you that when we ask for transcripts, we only need unofficial transcripts unless otherwise stated. Please do not go to the college and send us official transcripts. We know how expensive they are, and that's not necessary. If we do contact you and we request information and you're unable to provide it, we can withhold you or remove you from an eligible list, and you won't be able to take the test again for 12 months. So just make sure if we do contact you, reach out to you, you do provide the minimum qualifications. Common examination mistakes. A big part of the state is being able to meet the final filing date. If you do not send your application postmarked by the final filing date, we cannot accept it for consideration for each job. Another one is not fully reading the information, such as minimum qualifications, before beginning either examinations or for submitting your application for the hiring process. So if we require transcripts and you don't send them, it can put you in a pile for not being considered. Not including all relevant experience, whether paid or voluntary, when answering questions. This is a really big one. I get calls all the time about people failing exams because they did not add experience that they considered not relevant. And missing vital information in the bulletin, which can lead candidates not to being successful. It's really important to read those bulletins fully and the job postings before applying. That way you understand what is required.